This week's episode is brought to you by Michael Barbaro's voice. Anybody who's listened to the Daily from the New York Times knows that he does this weird thing where he'll, start slow and then speed up his voice at the end. It's kind of like when you're writing something on a line and you run out of room, so you cram all the letters really close together. So, go back and listen to it where he's like, here's what else you need to know today. It's weird, and Michael Barbaro's voice is weird. The rest of the episode, he's fine in the middle, but something about the beginning and end, where he's like, from the New York Times, I'm Michael Barbaro. It weirds me out. Michael Barbaro's voice. Is anyone else hearing this shit? Today on the Daily, we discuss Vanguard EX. That was horrible. Hey everybody, welcome to Nexus at Night. I'm Atlas.
I'm Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
How would you guys feel if I just did podcast intro parodies for the next few weeks? So this week, the Daily, next week... next week, Dumb People Town. It'll be awesome. We'll get sued into oblivion.
Oh my god, let's not do that.
How about instead... we talk about a game that has been released on the Switch that we're 3 weeks behind talking about.
It's also on PS4.
Okay, also on...
which is what I have it on.
We get it, you have a PS4. Matt, what are we talking about?
Quadruple. They released a game called Vanguard EX, which I believe has all of the sets for V-Era up to Raging Tactics. So these are sets that are not quite out in English yet. I think, what's it called? Set BT6 comes out this week, and Raging Tactics comes out, who knows, a month from now.
Raging Tactics comes out near the end of this month.
Yeah.
You guys
basically you get to play the clans that are coming up for the next couple months of Standard, which is kind of not a great deal. So I should run through what happens, what the game does, which everyone probably knows at this point. But for those who don't know, it's just Vanguard. It's like Vanguard engine basically. So you buy packs, you open cards, and you can craft cards if you already have a copy of that card.
What?
So if I open a Mordred Phantom, I can now craft a Mordred Phantom using crafting points, and duplicate cards give you crafting points.
Oh.
So if you have a fifth, if I have a fifth Masquerade, that's going to give me additional CP.
Good.
So it's if you go over, you get these crafting points. So the first deck I built was Dimension Police, which is
we're not surprised in the least.
It is hot medium, but I like Dimension Police, so I did that.
Hot medium.
And the second deck I built, also to no surprise, was Murakumo, which is actually busted. So. Hyuga started pre-ordered at $3.
Yeah.
And it's now $12 or $13.
Seriously?
Seriously.
God damn.
Yeah, because that card is bonkers.
Yeah, and then...
mostly because, there's a promo that Japan has that we don't yet that's in Vanguard EX called Miyamaru.
Yeah.
It's a grade 2 9K, on attack, Soul Blast 1, give 5K to all cards with the same name as him. Including himself. And Hyuga makes everyone have the same name.
Oh, that's fun.
So, you just 5K to your team.
Excel clans are supposed to be weaker, but more attacks.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, you play through this story mode where you play as some nameless kid who plays whatever the hell you want. Because, that's how they have to make this game.
Yeah, because they...
And there's some plot which is not that important. It's like every other Vanguard plot. I'll just say that.
So is it?
And you have these EX gift choices. So
what?
The normal one you get Psyqualia. So the Psyqualia tells you when your opponent has a trigger in the top 2 cards or something.
Okay.
But it's only valid in story mode, so it's not in versus mode at all.
Okay.
So that's how they get rid of that, right? But it's just they have a front trigger in their top 2 cards, and you're like, what am I supposed to do about it?
Does it tell you what kind of trigger it is, or just there's a trigger?
Sometimes it does. It's random. Because sometimes it'll glow purple, and it'll be like Psyqualia, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, I'm probably a front trigger, but I've only or sometimes it glows like rainbow, like a rainbow like glow, and I'm just not sure what any of that means. I also cannot really read Japanese, so
Well, can't we?
If you're wondering how I'm playing this game, I'm literally looking at every card. I'm literally just memorizing card effects.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do? That's what that's what everybody who's like playing this game in English is just like kind of hoping the Japanese works out and memorizing card effects.
All the menus are in English, like they're English Japanese menus.
Oh,
like all the menus are free.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Like if you want to pick up this game, for even though it's only useful for a couple months of testing, I believe the developer said they're not going to add in more sets. Even though they could probably do something like every set charge $5 for the new set in your game.
Yeah,
but that also requires a lot of coding because, like, if you look at like the Genesis shit coming out, that's like some completely wacky nonsense that they have to put in the game. So that would be a lot of effort. So I can't say I blame them, but I can say I'm very disappointed. It kind of feels like this is the remnants of what Cardfight Online is.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Sure. The Cardfight Online that they heavily advertised and then nothing happened for?
Well, it's literally done, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, building decks was really easy, though.
How
like,
so?
I got Dimension Police, like, really early in the game. I was getting absolutely shreked by Naoki the first time I fought him.
Yeah.
He's playing Narukami, obviously.
Right.
And I just got absolutely shreked by Gauntlet Buster a million times.
Okay.
Because I kept losing the die roll.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Man, Gauntlet Buster, 3 crit, your face," and I'm like, "Yep, that's me." Just not have a perfect guard die. Felt good.
Sounds like a good time.
And Narukami doing Narukami things.
Yep.
And like, what are you gonna do? Commit before that? Yeah, no.
That's
because he just like, oh, CD1, hope you're bored.
Yeah, I have over $50 in store credit at my locals because I keep taking Narukami with me.
Yeah.
Because it's shockingly good. Not just that, but also the amount of mental rest time you get where you go, oh, I killed him, turn 5. Okay. And you get like 20 minutes to dirtle around. Take a nap, go pee, whatever.
Yeah, just take Murakumo now. He'll have to do even less thinking.
Yep.
Same thing every game. You ride Hyuga, call stuff, kill your opponent. I will say this: a lot of the NPCs do play like random cards. Like I think Miwa, and the MC guy.
Oh, the Major Colony guy.
I think the MC EMCEE.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't remember what that's supposed to stand for, but you know what I mean.
Master of Ceremonies.
Yeah. The Master of Ceremonies for like the announcer guy for Vanguard.
Yeah.
He's a character you can fight in the game.
That's actually awesome.
He and Miwa both play the fucking hero build for Nova Grappler.
Oh.
And so they all play that stupid idiot that makes it so you can only attack Vanguards and has like CB4. Give like
Triple
if your
door.
front row is full. Yeah, you have to guard with 3 cards in every battle.
Yeah.
Man, that card's annoying. Not the ability is like whatever, but man, the only attack Vanguard is exceptionally obnoxious.
Why? Because you can't like get rid of their stuff.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, if I'm playing Murakumo, I can't like bully the rear guards.
Yeah.
Especially if I want to like avoid giving them counterblast.
How annoying.
But all you do against that deck is you ride Hyuga a second time, or shove the ogre guy into soul, and then you wipe their board, and you're like, LOL.
Makes sense. So I'm seeing flavors of like Duel Links, like with those weird ability things, and I'm seeing your idea kind of sounds like the Super Smash Bros. DLC, where they'll release a new character every few months, and you don't have to get it, but you can, and it costs money.
But you definitely should.
You should, yeah. I'm surprised that Bushiroad hasn't bothered to expand on this.
Well, I assume it's so. Bushiroad is not developing the game, right?
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, this is our IP, whatever. The game is developed by Furyu. I don't know what else they have done. I've not done my research on this company at all. Furyu? They are apparently... they publish a lot of stuff for, like... They just publish a lot of weird IPs. This is weird. Like, they did all, like, the Tulabru games and whatnot. That's so weird. So, I don't know. Oh, they did all the other previous Cardfight games, too. So that's Cardfight, Vanguard, Ride to Victory, Lock On Victory, Stride to Victory for the 3DS.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, what they're... Like, I think they could, like, develop a product that has a lot of lasting potential with this without, like, just wasting this game, right?
Yeah.
On, like... Because, like, in Japan, it's already outdated.
That's
like,
unfortunate.
It's out... Because the Genesis TD's out in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, it's already outdated. And, like, they have an option here to kind of make something that lasts longer. And so this game actually makes more sense for English players than it does Japanese players, which is really freaking bizarre.
And ironic.
And we will never actually get an English version.
Yeah. So the big thing that kind of... so, story mode was pretty easy. The last boss was, like... kind of breaks the rules of the game a little bit. It's a little bullshit.
What do you mean?
But we beat it first. So, when I fought the last boss... first of all, my starting hand was shit, but that's not really the boss's fault. So, I had, like... My only grade 3 in hand was the ogre guy. He's like... So there's a Murakuma ogre. It's a grade 3. If you have a unit on a Vanguard or Rearguard of the same name as this unit, at the end of turn, if this unit's at rest, I think you can shove it into Soul and draw a card.
Okay.
So it's a way to get a grade 3 in Soul for Hyuga, and it gains boost too.
Mm.
So you can like shove it in back row and boost with it. But the point is like it has an Excel gift, so it's like not awful. So
Yeah.
I have to like ride this on my first grade 3 ride because I have nothing else to ride. Or maybe I rode Hyaki, one of the two. And I'm just like, oh god, here we go. I play one Hyaki by then. And I draw Shiryuki. Then I draw Shiryuki. No, I rode Hyaki, then the Ogre, and then I finally rode Hyuga. And this is after my opponent on their turn 2 had 4 Ezel in play.
Oh, that was the thing you tweeted. The thing you.
Yeah. So I went first.
Yeah.
And on their second ride, they had 4 Ezel in play. And I was like, okay. They rode a Link Joker grade 1.
This is your life now.
They rode a Link Joker grade 1. And their grade 1 drive track was Lizelette.
What?
Look, man. I don't know. These are the things that occurred. So they're just like, what if we just shove all of the Gold Paladin-like cards into Gold Paladin?
Okay.
And that's what it is, I guess. But man, it was pretty bullshit. But we won that game because LOL. I just attacked rear guards for a really long period of time.
Makes sense.
Because I was like, man, they have no cards in hand. I guess I'm just gonna bully this shit.
So after you finish story mode, what happens? Is it just like, all right, that's it?
So it does this thing where it like reboots the story.
Ugh.
And like just sends you back to the beginning. But there's also these other characters you can play as like other characters like Aichi, Kai, but those characters are locked into whatever clans you're supposed to be playing.
Oh.
So like if you're playing Kai, you can only play Kagero.
But can you at least customize your deck within
Yes, you
Kagero?
can make whatever Kagero deck you want.
Okay.
But you have to play Kagero. Aichi has to play Royal Paladin. And, why would you not play freaking Blaster Blade if you're playing Royal Paladin? You get to play that new Ganslot. It's like, every Blaster Blade has a drive check. And is a Vanguard, so they get crits for no reason. Anyway. It's, like, super weird and bizarre. But, yeah, that card's, like, really good. So. And one thing I want to mention, too, is that I think they choose gifts, like, so the computer chooses gifts that like vaguely make sense sometimes. There's a lot. The only thing that doesn't make sense is they choose a lot of Protect 2s, like more often than I think they should, especially out of like DI.
Oh.
There's a lot of characters that play DI. I think there are like 3 characters that play Dark Irregulars.
There's the guy with the bandages around his hand who's like freaking out, right? That guy.
Yeah, there's Tetsu.
Yeah.
And then there's like this other like kid. This other guy that plays Dark Irregulars.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tetsu's playing the No Life King Brewfist shenanigans, right?
Yeah.
Probably more standard version of the deck. I don't know. But like Yeah, some of them take Protect 2 like in a weird number of times.
I really
Same for
I was going to say Bushiroad seems like it's pushing Protect 2 really hard.
yeah.
You know what the
I've
worst
never
part
seen
is?
a single Excel player choose Excel 1, by the way. They've all chosen Excel 2 every single time. So they're at least correct there.
Okay, that's good. The only time I can ever justify doing Excel 1 is if you are in danger of decking out because of Excel 2. That is the only reason I can think of.
Oh my god, I had this game online. I was playing as Mega Colony,
Yeah.
playing Murakumo. And we get to this point where I have 3 cards in deck, and after drawing for turn,
Yeah.
and I have a Hyuga in hand. So I get the bright idea I'm going to ride this Hyuga. So I draw a card, and I'm like, wait, fuck. It's fine, I still won that turn without a Vanguard attack.
Good job. Slash,
Like,
you're dumb.
Mega Colony, I think, is pretty okay, but man, that deck just doesn't do anything. You're like,
But at least you'll beat Dark Irregulars every game.
You literally can't lose to Dark Regulars, that's true.
Or Grand Blue.
Dark Regular,
Or Great
Yeah,
Nature.
you might be able to get donked by Grand Blue if they like double mill Sea Dragons on Cocoitus or some nonsense.
Maybe.
Like they have to. Some absolute nonsense has to happen.
A few weeks
But go on.
A few weeks ago at Locals, I had Grand Blue, and I was playing against a guy with Nova Grappler, and he managed to, in the first 3 turns, draw into 3 copies of Screamin' and Dancer Announcer Shout.
Oh, Shout's busted, dude.
So he puts 3 of them in the back row. And
Did he win every one?
What? Yeah, he won all except 2. So all of these cards were going not in somewhere I could use them. You don't care about Soul and Grand Blue, so you're just like, he's just taking my deck apart every time. Like he didn't even win by that. He just won by deck out, like actual deck out. It wasn't, oh, I can't drive check, and then that was it. No, it was literally, I'm taking the last card out of your deck now. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few matchups where Shout's really bad. Like, Shout's really bad against Kumo. It's really bad against DI, obviously. It's pretty bad against Pale Moon.
Yeah, because they're like, thank you very much, and then just continue on.
Murakumo can abuse the fuck out of Extra Soul, especially if you Soul Charge your Grade 3. That'd be an absolute disaster.
Yeah. Like,
Because then they're like, wipe your board, thanks.
At one point, I was like, oh man, he put a grade 3 in Soul. I can get different extra calls off Cotitus. I'm like, wait, no, he's taking my deck apart. Like, just, didn't feel good.
Oh, that's hilarious, though. Yeah. Get shouted, dude.
Look, what I'm saying is that
Nova's is really cool.
Milling stuff is not as bad as we think it is.
So what insights have you gotten into the meta just from playing this?
Murakumo is busted. I think that goes without saying. Murakumo is actually insane. Like, I cannot explain enough how insane Murakumo is right now. Or will be after, especially after we get Miyamaru.
Aren't you happy about this? Like, in real life,
Yeah,
too?
no. Yeah, I mean, definitely. But I'm saying, like, the deck is, like, super good.
Yeah.
Like, it's even, like, obviously you have these draws where you don't draw, like, Hyuga, and it's, like, pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, on my first grade 3 ride, I'm generating, like, 4 30k columns.
Wow.
And, like,
Jeez.
it is just, and then that's, like, that's completely crazy. And, like, by your grade 2 ride, if you have a second Hyuga, God forbid, like, or, like, you have a way to get a grade 3 in Soul via, like, drawing the Ogre, because you usually, like, if you're going first, you're not going to be able to call the Ogre off Hyuga's skill, because it would have a grade 3 in play. Well, probably won't have a grade 3 in play. Unless you're playing against Gold Pal. But then you can just, like, your bonus, like, I can't commit a field here because it'll just get sent back to my deck.
Yeah.
Like, how effective is calling that field there? So you just have, like, all these questions that you asked that your opponent has to answer, and you're just like, I don't care what you do, to be honest.
Hyuga is something I think we kind of overlooked during the set review. Because we were like...
I also misread the card during the set review, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was both players' regards, because I'm like, oh, that would be, like, a reasonable card to print. No, this card is actually just completely unreasonable. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it makes all of your cards have the same name is really, really huge. There's a couple other cards that I don't think we mentioned in that set review. One of them is this grade 3 I don't remember his. Let me see if I can find his name real quick.
Tongden Nyodo?
No, well, that's one card that you play in there. It's from Violence Deleter, actually.
Oh.
It's a common called Covert Demonic Dragon Dansets Anarch. It's a grade 3 12k that has a continuous ability that all your rearguards with the same name as your Vanguard get power plus 5,000. And when placed from deck, it gets 5,000. It itself gets 5,000.
Damn.
But this card is free. And it works on Rearguard Circle, which is important too. So you can call this off. You only play one of it, and you can call it off of Hyuga to give 5k to your board just for it existing.
Wow.
And it'll give it to itself too, which is really, really insane. And then the other card you said was
the ogre with the
Hyuga.
one eye.
Yeah, the ogre with the one eye. I never remember his name, so I just call him the ogre with the one eye, which obviously is. So Tangan Mudo. He's also very, very good, which we also did not mention in Phantasmal Steed Restoration.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to get a grade 3, like the ability to call him off of Hyuga and then put him in, as a booster, and then put him in Soul and draw a card at the end of turn. You're basically cycling Hyuga's ability while still getting onboard, advantage from it, like onboard pressure from it, and getting a grade 3 in Soul for Hyuga's second ability. So it is incredibly useful. Like, it all just lines up.
I'm just glad that they're giving Murakumo good stuff in the reboot.
Yeah, Murakumo's absolutely nuts. And you
and
also
consistently nuts too. Like, it's been good ever since it was introduced.
Every time it got support, it's been good, right?
First you had Ride Locking, then you had Shirayuki, and now you have this.
Yeah, and you still play Shirayuki with it.
Just because it's free, like just for the.
I mean, yeah, it's something to do. It's something to do. It's such a strong defensive card, and it just shuts some turns down.
That's true.
Mm.
The other card you play as a one of is Hyaki Vogue. So it's Hyaki's ability on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle. You can counterblast one into card a card. Search your deck for up to one Hyaki Vogue, whatever. So then, if you have 5 or more units, all of your units with the same name as this unit get power plus 10,000.
Okay.
So you just don't call another Hyaki because you only play one. And you're just like, all right, my board gets 10,000.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds like
For
ridiculous.
up to one, call it to her. If you have 5 more, all your units with the same card name as this unit.
But they'll all have the same card name because Hyuga does that.
Ah. Right. It does it to literally everybody. That's,
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. So, if you have this, Dansets, and Miyomaru, your whole board's getting plus 20k.
Mm. And then you just have 4 30+ K columns.
Yeah, it's like very large and very in charge.
So, how with the whole like player abilities or whatever the fuck it was called?
EX abilities don't work in versus, by the way.
Okay, so it's not like there's
so they're only in story mode.
Okay, so there's not going to be a Duel Links thing going on where there's like a whole separate meta within EX versus not.
Right. So the best actual EX ability is there's one that gives you 1.2 times the normal amount of VP you get from a story mode fight.
Okay.
So normally from a win you'll get like 1,400 or whatever. So upping that to like 1,700 is like super good.
What are the rest of the abilities?
I don't even know. I can't read. All I know is that one gives you 1.2 XVP, and that's the only thing I care about.
So just extra money. Cool.
VP is what you need to buy packs. Also sleeves and playmats.
Did any other decks stand out that have been going through the story and ranked?
Shadows is dumb, but I think we all knew that already.
Mm-hmm.
And Shadows going second is something else.
Wait, why? Just so they can...
You could just start standing all your fucking Blaster Darks and just end up with 1 million Force Gifts on the table.
That's
It's
true.
pretty nice. You're just like, alright, call Blaster Dark, Force Gift, call Blaster Dark, Force Gift. Attack you, restand them. Like, what? I'm just like, it's just good. And the new Masquerade is also nice.
Here are all the player abilities. There's Psyqualia, like Matt said. Resurrection, if you have 5 damage, you get more chance to get a heal trigger in a check, whatever the fuck that means.
What?
Yeah, like, I guess
You just pull an anime and just cheat a heal trigger to the top of your deck.
Well, it says get more of a chance, so maybe it's a 1.2%, like, times modifier or something. Summon draw, if you have 3 or less cards, you get more chance to get a draw trigger, so, like, the heal trigger thing. If your opponent has 4 or more, okay, so they did that with crits, where if there are 4 or more, you get a higher chance for a crit. Something called wait a minute, with an exclamation point. If you will get 6 damage, you can give half of the battle's VP to recover a damage.
What?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Photographic memory, you can see the revealed cards of your opponent's hand. It's not terrible.
Alright, I feel like they should just reveal those.
Yeah. Final turn, if you announce final turn, you get more chances to get a critical trigger. Can you announce final turn?
You can. Yeah, so if you announce final turn and kill your opponent the same turn, you get a VP bonus.
What happens if you don't kill him?
You take a VP penalty.
Okay.
So basically, you just have the power of plot armor on your side.
Yeah, so the computer will call final turn all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I had a game where the computer called final turn, didn't kill me. I called final turn and didn't kill them. I was like, man, this never happens in this show.
There's a few more. All-out attacker, which is just the modifier for front triggers. Psyqualia EX, which is you get more chance to get a trigger in a check. So...
plot armor.
Yeah, so it's basically just all of the ones from before, but for everything. Okay. Collect Ride, you have a card of all grades in your starting hand. Not too bad. Global Still, of course it's called that. You receive 20% extra... Okay, so that's the one you were talking about, Matt.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Yeah, and then Serious Fight, you can negate the opponent's EX gift. I thought there was going to be more to that than what was.
Yeah, I don't know. The whole point is you want to grind out VP. So the decks I've built so far are Dimension Police, Murakumo, Mega Colony, actually, Pale Moon, and Shadow Paladin. Pale Moon was kind of free because once I was building Pale Moon, Shadow Paladin was like I was getting those cards at the same time because they're in the same booster.
Yep.
Like I was just opening set 6, and like I was just getting I got 2 Mordreds and 2 Masquerades before I got my first Lukier. So I was like, well, I guess. And I'm in the middle of trying to build Bermuda right now, but that is an endeavor. 16 VR fucking Bermuda or whatever it is.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, it's like... And what... Okay, so also they have different rarities on the game, too. So, like, they have, like, ORs, they have SPs in Bermuda. And if you open an SP of, like, one of the Bermuda cards, you cannot craft the normal VR version. You can only craft the SP version, which is twice as expensive as far as crafting points go.
Man, that's almost annoying.
Yeah, it's just like... So I opened the blonde girl, the black-haired girl, and the blue-haired girl as SP without having their original form. And I was like, but why? And the only one I opened was the orange-haired girl, who I have 3 of at VR.
The one that gives you boost? Or makes them boost? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever they do. They all look the same to me, man.
Yeah, me too. The only ones I keep an eye out for are the ones with the pink hair, which gives everything intercept and shield, and the ones with boost that gives everything. Or the one with orange hair.
We do have the grade 2 that has Melody on it, though, which is nice. Mm-hmm. That is
sure, I guess. So, with this game being basically just a snapshot in time, like, they're not going to add anything to this. What's even the point?
To play Vanguard in a game, bro.
I guess
it's pretty much the same as like the Game Boy games. Like it serves the exact same purpose of. I guess it's more like just an advertisement for Vanguard. I guess.
Yeah.
But it is pretty fun. The only thing I dislike, and I think, well, like the main thing I dislike is that for online, like ranked play.
Yeah.
They don't let you like. the animations have to be on and the voices have to be on, which makes games take an extraordinarily long amount of time.
Ugh.
Where if I'm playing in story mode, I can turn off all the animation and voices, and games are much faster.
Mm.
And so I have to like sit through all these attack animations, and it's just like, oh, come on.
All right.
I
So,
feel like they could skip that.
do you think this game is a worthwhile purchase overall?
If you really want to play lots of Vanguard and you want to grind out this game, it's pretty fun.
And you live in the
I won't lie, I've had a good time with it.
That's good.
And like being able to play like cards that didn't exist yet, or like because we won't have Miyamaru for who knows how long. I think it got announced with Set 7 or something.
All right.
But it won't be till like a month or two from now till we get it, and I don't know where Murakumo's position will be in Set 7 because we know nothing. We know very little about it.
Mm-hmm.
So
What Infidelity Cradle with the Genesis and all that stuff?
yeah,
Or...
we know some about it, but I'm saying like how good is God Hand? Will God Hand make Murakumo like not relevant anymore? Who knows?
Okay, that's what you mean.
Or how about that one dude that just puts your cards into your damage zone?
Yeah, right. Although, I don't know. Yeah, so it's like hard to say. Like, will it matter by the time it comes out? Is a question I don't know the answer to.
Mm.
But I think Murakumo might be good enough to withstand another set.
All right.
Like, but again, it's impossible to know. This game is very volatile, especially when you have like really, really powerful cards come out, especially God Hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just the the most powerful thing. It's just really powerful, and like how many people are going to play this? Who knows? People are already like playing Nova Grappler, so
yeah. So regarding this game, do you wish that Bushiroad would just fucking update it constantly with new sets?
I think that'd be ideal, but like even if they were just having like, I just wish I got updates anytime. Like even if you had to like pay for small updates, I think that would be very worthwhile.
Yeah,
just or so the game just doesn't become absolutely irrelevant. Because like what they're basically guaranteeing is like 6 months from now, this game's in the bargain bin.
Yeah, which come on, that's. I feel like it would be better in the long run if they did updates like every 6 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. And like
anything, right?
I assume they're gonna do the same nonsense before, where they just like release different games, which is kind of whatever.
Why? So you have like this kind of time capsule?
Yeah, but I don't know. I just wish like
we just kind of want like a persistent online Vanguard platform.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want actually.
Same.
Like I really just wanted Cardfight Online, to be honest.
But we're getting Vanguard 0 instead.
Which I will not be playing, probably.
Yep.
Well, that's not gonna lie. I'll play it for like 2 days and then stop playing.
Yeah. I'll play it out of obligation to this podcast, and then, depending on how the meta shakes out, probably drop it forever.
Oh, I did do this impressive thing. So, in standard decks tend to play a lot of grade 3s. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think my Meg Colony deck has like 12.
Oh, wow.
Bermuda has like 13. Murakumo has like
Makes sense.
12. DP has like 12. They all have like a million grade 3s, right? I whiffed 3 times on Geosister grade 3 in Dimension Blizzard. Now it's just like, but how? How did this happen?
That Matt Barber luck.
I was like, even my luck, and even in this game, is trash. Can you believe it?
I'm not surprised at all.
Me either. But I think, but yeah, I've been having actually like a really fun time with it, and it's it's just something like I was hanging out and some people were watching me play it, making fun of my my greedy ass decisions, like keeping a million rat in my opening hand when I don't have like a grade 2 or something. Like, look, man, million rat's million rat's especially good when you're just buffing up your whole team. Card's great. Why would you cut? There are people who don't play million rat. Can you believe that?
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been having a really fun time, mostly, but I've mostly been having fun playing Murakumo. I have been playing a fair bit of Mega Colony with the sole purpose of trying not to win the game.
Well,
How's that been working out?
It's been alright.
is this like that kind of thing where it's like there was like an online trend for a while where you log into Club Penguin and try and get booted as fast as you can?
No, it's less. It's less. It's even no. It's the object of Mega Colony to take as long as possible, without actually winning the game.
Yeah, so it's like the other way around. So instead
Yeah,
of
like
trying to lose as fast as possible, you're trying to not win for as long as possible.
right. Like every time I play against Mega Colony ranked, the games have just taken a long time and I've won. But it's just like just die already.
Now imagine that shit with
How
like,
has your ranked experience been, by the way?
Pretty fine. People play actual random ass shit. Like the first time I came with Mega Colony, I the first damage you took was Cyclomatooth, and I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, who plays this card? So like,
do
I'm
people
like,
not play Cyclomatooth?
I mean, not particularly. I mean, you're just the goal of the deck is tried gunning Coleo. Is to tried gunning Coleo 4 times in a row.
Ah,
So what does Cyclomatooth have to do with this?
I don't know.
And the Stag Beetle guy is like really nice.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it calls 2 things, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
What else are you using your soul for? It's fucking Mega Colony. You're saving grade 3s in soul, and that's about it. So
Makes sense, I suppose.
yeah, but there's been a lot of Mega Colony, a lot of like Paladin based stuff. Mostly what I've seen, like a lot of Royals, a lot of Mega Colony, lots of. Proof's been playing Spikes on Ranked. He posted a video had just like actual trash luck, and I feel that.
Yeah. No, like every other Vanguard YouTuber has beat us to this. Different Fight has had his little stream going there for a while where he was playing.
Yeah.
Solemn had his, Proof has his, and now here we are doing a review that you can't see.
I mean, hey. I tried to stream. I couldn't get my mic working for my stream, which it was really unfortunate. So.
Aww.
Yeah, I was like, I need to solve that problem at some point. And then I was just like, but ranked. The problem I have with ranked also is that it's really slow.
Why?
Because of the animations.
Well, not only the animations, but the amount of rank you gain is pretty slow.
Oh, it is.
So it's it's quite the grind because of the long games into the like slow rank increases. But you do get VP for it, just like normal, but you can't use your EX gift, so you don't get the 20% bonus.
Bummer.
So the fastest way to grind VP ends up being replaying story.
It sucks.
Which is kind of bizarre.
I see.
So you have to, like, are there cutscenes? Or...
Yeah, but you can skip them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was going to say it'd be funny if it's like... You know how in Pokemon where the fastest way to get EXP is to just play the Elite Four over and over again?
Sure.
And then there's like the thing where you get to the champion, it's like, so you've made it, and there's like all this pomp and circumstance. You're like, well, you just fucking get to the battle already. I need to like give the level 10 Pokemon in the back of my team some love already. Just let's go. I want to kick your ass.
I mean,
I'm using you for petty resources.
Now you have to deal with 18 gyms that you may or may not have to do all of.
Nexus at Night, the Pokemon podcast.
Hey, let's do it. Actually, haven't purchased a Pokemon game in a very long time, and I don't think I ever will again.
Yeah, I still... I bought a copy of Moon. It's still sitting in the cellophane in my mom's attic. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
Now you're never getting it, because why would you go back there?
What, to my mom's house?
Yeah.
Still toilet paper, of course. That too.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I have not bought toilet paper since I moved out. Literally, every time I go over, why are you taking a backpack into the bathroom? No reason. Just leave me alone.
Like you're stealing stuff from a hotel.
It's not just, or it's like the thing where you get fired and you're like, I'm just gonna take a lap real quick. Just don't mind me.
One more pass.
Yeah, stealing office supplies and shit.
Oh my god.
Unethical life pro tip: go home frequently, not just for the free laundry and food, but to steal shit. This has
But
been
I played-
Atlas Novak from his own apartment.
Yeah, my current plan with Vanguard EX now is just build every deck, one deck from each clan, basically.
All
right.
It's done with Grand Blue. I have all the cards for Grand Blue. I just have to actually craft it, but I also don't care.
Yeah. Do you
So I'm kind of like, I don't know.
I can give you a
Like, I
list
think
off
Grand
Mike if you want.
Really, whatever. Maybe that's not the case, but I don't know. I have not been interested in Grand Blue.
Well, fine. Grand Blue isn't interested in you either. Or something.
Pale Moon's pretty.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
I opened a freaking end of stage and I was so mad. I was like, I need like a Lugia, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, I guess I'll just keep opening these like Pale Moon collection packs. So there are these collection packs. They're a bit more expensive than regular packs, but they only contain one clan and include the PRs of that clan.
Oh. Well, that's
Hmm.
nice.
And so I was opening Pale Moons, and you get at least one VR per box. I've gotten 3 in a box before, but I don't know what was happening. And I was like, man, I hope I get another Lugia, and then it's fucking end of stage, and I'm just like, this is the dumbest shit.
It's like Charlie Brown in the football.
Like, why does this card even exist? Like, I just don't even know. It might be the worst VR in the game.
You know what sucks is I love the way it looks, but it's so terrible.
It is atrocious. Like, pretty much all of the good cards for Pale Moon are in the newest set.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I
but
think a lot of that's a function of them needing to be Silverthorn, but also the old cards are kind of whatever. So
yeah. So go
we're
listen
actually
to
active.
go listen to our episode on xenophobia for more details.
Yeah, but like Pelmoon's been really impressive.
What?
I'm trying to think of what else has been impressive. A lot of clans have just been annoying, to be
Annoying?
honest. Like I don't think they like Angel Feather is like just like annoying, right? It's not like they just do a lot and then like lose. Like, congrats, you did it. Like they got like 3 protect gifts in a turn and still lost them. Dimension Police has been like if you ride Dieliner, it's like really good. But if you don't ride Dieliner, it's like atrocious.
Makes
Mhm.
sense.
So I'm like, or sorry, if you ride Dieliner and don't hit, it's also bad.
Yeah. Then it's just like a sad +1.
Because you like skip, or like the second turn you would do it, and you're like skip ride phase, right? And you're like, all right, activate Dieliner, miss. So now you have to somehow try to get to 45k without the 20k from Dieliner's skill.
It's a shame.
It's just like, nope. Although, I have been really impressed by the grade 1 triple R Quilt. It's a grade 1 8k. On place, you can discard a card, you give your Vanguard 10k.
Yeah.
And then whenever your Vanguard attacks, if its power is 30,000 or greater, you can counterblast 1 draw card.
Yeah.
That card is in general very much overperformed.
Really?
Like, a lot of games end up where, like, you do need a lot of Counterblast and Dimension Police for, like, Great Dayusha and Dieliner, but the games just end up playing out where if you're behind, like, or if you rush down early, Quilt can help you get back in the game.
That's cool.
At the cost of some Counterblast, but you can still do your stuff because you have a million Counterblast because you're being rushed down.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, in the cases where you have extra Counterblast in those situations, that card can be very powerful. Or, like, if you're missing, like, a PG, you just have to count your Counterblast properly and do it. But I've been very impressed by that card, despite you needing a lot of, like, Counterblast for, like, Lazarus and Dieliner and Great Dayusha. It's still been, like, actively useful. And even the discard plus 10k can be useful for Great Dayusha hitting the requirements on on Great Dayusha in the hand.
It's good.
Oh, that's also been very good.
Yeah. So, any other things we want to say about this game for the Switch and the PS4?
Yep,
Forget
I
this time.
have it on PS4. I know a lot of people have it on Switch. You can battle friends on it. I'm not sure how that works.
Does it work across platforms? Like, can you play someone on the Switch for the PS4?
I'm gonna guess no, but I think a lot of people have it on Switch. So if you're thinking about getting it and you have a Switch, I would probably lean towards the Switch version, just because I think more people have it on Switch than have it on PS4. But with that being said, like, obviously, if you want to play with your friends, I would ask your friend group first. and see more people have it, or like see if you can make some adjust. If people in your friend group are getting it, of course. If not, whatever, who cares? But yeah. So it seems good. My trigger luck has been the same in game as it has been in real life, so trash, but so it goes. But like it feels like Vanguard, and like the games feel pretty smooth too.
Really?
Like it just does it. The only thing that's like a little weird is I wish that when you search for cards with like Million Rat, it would pull the Million Rats to the front of the pile instead of just like having to dig through your deck for them. But that's like because like you're shuffling your deck anyway. It doesn't matter where they end up.
Yeah.
Like, what does seeing the order of my deck do for me?
When you do a skill, does the game execute it for you, or do you have to go just say what you're doing and then click and?
So you have to if I'm doing an axe skill, let's say I'm doing like Million Rat, for example.
Yeah.
I would have to. So during my main phase, I would click Million Rat on board, click Activate Skill, click on the counterblast I want to use, select it, say Pay Costs. Then it activates the skill where I go in my deck to select the Million Rats and put it in play in with some circle. But I think they thought a lot about how they want that stuff to work. Because, like, for example, for machining Stag Beetle, how it calls 2 things from your soul. Yeah. It shows them kind of like grayed out so you know which unit is being placed at each time. So, like, it's very clear what's going on for all of those effects, which is super nice.
That might explain why they don't want to update it. Because you would have to do that for every single card ever. Versus...
Yeah, I mean, I really think it's the new mechanics that are going to be the problem and not the new cards.
Yeah, I mean, like, compared to something like CFA, where kind of all they have to do is import the card stock, and then everything else is done manually.
True for a while. But then they started adding, like, plant tokens and equip gauges and
gifts and stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, well... They also only have to do that whenever that like a mechanic is introduced. It's not like they're constantly doing that.
But like if we look at like right now, they'd have to update it with Astral Plane.
Yeah, I saw that. That was funny.
Like what? Like how? Like should they have waited a month?
Bushiroad's just gonna keep fucking over CFA, but it will never die.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of interest in having some kind of online Vanguard thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there will always be people willing to put in the work, and that's definitely very appreciated. Despite my dislike of CFA, I think that they put a lot of work into it. With that being said, I would like an online Vanguard client that gets consistent updates. I think it could be super fun, and I just want one that's like super quick. Like Like, if you just took, like, the engine from this game and, like, just deleted all the sound effects, basically, all, like, the attack animations and people saying stuff like, skill Hatsudo, and, all that nonsense, like, it's, I think it would be pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like, something probably that a lot of people would be interested in, especially if it was,
what?
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Got it.
Instead of having to, like, VPN in Japan and do nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
This episode is brought to you by NordVPN. Oh, if only, right?
Please stop.
Please, NordVPN, help us.
So the question... So, I think this game is decent. If you really want something to play Vanguard on your Switch or PS4... and you want to build lots of decks that you just don't want to build in real life, i.e. Shadow Paladin, or Bermuda Triangle, Bermuda's now dead in Standard. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention: Bermuda is not affected by the ban list in this game.
Fun.
So you can play whatever the hell you want.
The grade 2 with the blonde girl, yeah.
Yeah. Is Lieselette the one that
Lieselette and Sonata. Yeah, Lieselette.
Yeah, that card's dumb. I forgot that card had that ability where it's grade 1 in hand.
Yep.
And so I was like playing, and my opponent just calls 2 of them at grade 1, and I'm like, what the fuck? All right. Like, how are you doing this? Oh wait,
so much fuckery.
Does Bermuda hold up unrestricted? Do you think?
I I mean, unrestricted Bermuda is very good. Yes.
All right.
I don't know if it's better than like Murakuma, but man, it is something. It definitely exists. That's for sure. As opposed to like Grand Blue, which doesn't exist.
As do most. Well, I mean, in a zombie sort of way, yes.
Oh right.
Undead pirates, motherfucker. All right. If you want a Vanguard experience that you don't have to buy physical cards for, that'll be obsolete in a few months, go buy Cardfight Vanguard EX on your PS4 or Nintendo Switch. Yep. Yeah. Guys, that'll do it for this episode of Nexus at Night. Where can people find you out there?
You can find me on Twitter at Wiggums2Gs. You can sometimes find me streaming no-sound Twitch games or no-voice Twitch games at twitch.tv/Wiggums 2Gs 3Zs because 2Zs was taken for some reason.
Really? So it's
yeah. So I'm gonna guess, and here's what happened. I'm gonna guess I made an account on Justin TV.
Yeah.
And then Justin TV became Twitch, and they just wouldn't let people use their old accounts for whatever reason, and it got eaten by.
Oh.
So it's now forever locked away in this obsolete video platform.
Good job. So Wiggums 2Gs 2Zs on Twitter, or Wiggums 2Gs 3Zs on Twitch.
That's right.
Huzzah. Root beer. What about you?
You can find me at Plasma Eclipse. I do the arts.
The arts with 3Zs. You can find me personally at Atlas Novak, both on Twitter and Instagram. I also, after having a conversation with some other comedians, we were talking about the open mic I was just at before I came here. How easy is it, or how easy would it be to do cocaine in that particular open mic's bathroom? So I have created an Instagram account dedicated to reviewing public bathrooms and how easy it would be to do cocaine in them. So, at Good Coke Bathrooms on Instagram. It exists. Go find it.
Okay.
Yep. I don't even do coke. It's just for shits and doodles. All right, and then you can find this show.
Not yet.
At no, that's gonna be during our downward spiral where I come stumbling into my room to record. Guys, I'm totally ready. Anyway. You can find this show at Nexus at Night on Twitter and Instagram. It's mostly for memes, but also that's where we post the episode. And go to the Nexus Core YouTube channel, watch us, and go to our Patreon if you want to support the show and the channel. And until next time...
Play Markumo.
Yeah. Please support our Patreon. I want to build decks with not my own money.
You and me both.
Wow.
Until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And have a good night, everybody. # Good Coke Bathrooms.